Hi guys, got a request from Guillermo Lopez to do a jack-in-the-box, and I've just realised although I can probably build one, it's not going to be very easy to show you how I do it because the workings inside will be hidden. So I'll do my best, but I'm not really sure that this will be a very useful video for seeing how to do it. I'm going to base my jack-in-the-box on a 6-inch cube. So I've just marked out two squares that are 6 inches by 6 inches, and it's going to have a false bottom and a false front. So I've just measured 1 inch in on each side and drawn a line down there. And I've measured 4 inches from the top or 2 inches from the bottom, depending on which way you want to look at it. And drawn a line across there. And this is going to be my jack in the box. Now all he's actually going to do is flip up like that when the box opens, for the very simple reason that I don't have a suitable spring to have him coming bouncing right out and wobbling around. So instead of that, as I say, all he's going to do is sit up and look at you. And it's all going to be achieved with rubber bands and a few barbecue skewers and some bicycle spokes. To make the false bottom and the false front, we need a square that's going to be oblong, that's going to be 6 inches by 4 inches, which will be the front, and we need a piece that's 6 inches by 5 inches to go along the bottom. That's our first 4 pieces cut out. Right, that's the inside of the box. And he'll be suspended in there so that when the top comes up, he flips up like that. Right, we need to drill a hole through the sides for the handle to go through. So I'm going to make it in the middle, 3 inches, and 1.5 inches up from the bottom. So I'm going to poke a hole through, and then I'm going to put a little bit of plastic tubing on here to reinforce it. I've got some plastic tubing, I think it's big enough. Yeah. So I'll cut some short lengths of this and put that through the cardboard and hot glue it in place just to strengthen it a bit. So that's my bits of plastic tubing. So I'll put some hot glue around them and that will reinforce the bearings for the handle. Right, I've bent my bit of bicycle spoke so it makes a handle, and I will hot glue a couple of beads on the inside to hold the crank handle in position. I've just experimented using this spray adhesive. I've never used it before. It seems to work. I'm a bit worried it might warp the cardboard as it dries. So I'll use it anyway, just as an experiment. Now it's starting to get a bit complicated to explain what I'm doing. This is going to be the lever and the latch mechanism. So there'll be a hook holding the lid down. At the moment the lid will be where my hand is, so we're upside down. There'll be a little hook coming out of the lid, so it'll hold on to this catch, and then the string round the handle, which you can't quite see, will slowly pull this lever down until it releases the lid. As I say, this will all be hidden, so it'll be a bit difficult to show later. Right, this is the false back. So I've got my lever in there, a rubber band, piece of barbecue skewer there to hold the rubber band. So when I pull the string at the bottom, the lever operates, so that will release the catch for the lid to spring up. So underneath I need to tie the string to the crank handle, and I'll probably put a little bit of plastic tube there just to hold it in place. Right, that's the crank handle, winding up the string, and that's operating the lever. Right, that's the catch under the lid, just a bit of bent paper clip. So I'll let the hot glue dry and then I'll try it out. Okay, ready to test. Our jack in a box, got some glittery paper stuck on it just to make it look pretty. That's the handle that we turn. So turn the handle, and there he is, our little skull and crossbones friend. He's just rubber band powered. Rubber band there, just hooked onto the bottom there, and he just rotates around this barbecue skewer. So that's all he does. If I'd got a big bouncy spring, then I'd have mounted him on a big bouncy spring so he came right out the box. But that's the best I can do tonight with a few rubber bands. So he sits in there, and then that's the release catch. You see me winding it back, winding it forwards. So push him in, shut it down, make sure it's caught, yeah, that's in place, and then we let somebody release it. Job done.